I'm Amber, and I'm the moderator.
My name is Nia Simone Anderson, and I'm the illustrator for this time around.
I'm Evan, the connector.
I'm Ganesh, the summarizer.
Alright.
So we'll be talking about chapters 20 through 25. And since I'm the moderator, I'll start off with background information. So the reason Trina Achebe wrote Things Fall Apart was written to describe Nigerian culture and the effects of European colonization upon it. It was also a response to the Western belief that the Africans were uncivilized and barbaric. Achebe got most of his view from his own culture through the writing of Europeans. At first, he related to the European writings, but as time went on, he felt that they were poor caricatures, stereotypes of the actual people, and he tried to show this through his writings. Joe's carried Mr. Johnson was seen as a racist writing. The consequences of the European colonization and Things Fall Apart was also said to be inspired / a response to Joseph Conrad's Heart of Darkness. And a fun fact is that the title comes from the poem The Second Coming by William Butler Yeats, which is about the remnants of a society by colonization. And yeah. So I guess now we'll do some questions for chapter 20. And the first question is, in the eyes of the Igbo people, what makes Western culture or creed preferable than Igbo culture?
Well, Igbo culture. Preferable, in the book, originally the missionaries, they came and they were offered a space in the evil forest. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. All right. They were offered space in the evil forest, and after they made their church and home in the evil forest, they didn't die, so that made them seem even more powerful to the native people. So it's like, hey, you're coming over here. Yeah, we'll let you stay over here. And you can, survive in this terrible place that we have. Oh, shoot, you're better than my guy. Boy. What do you think?
You want to go, or do you want to?
I'm not really sure.
So don't answer.
All right.
All right, what's the
I totally agree with Evan because, like he said, if you see someone like become powerful, like you see somebody's God that's powerful than your God, and you're like, whoa, I didn't think that could be possible. So you're thinking like, man, where's this God been all my life?
You think that the things they've been saying are true, like how they call your gods false gods, and they say that you're unholy. You start to believe them when they show themselves to be more powerful than what you believed in your entire life.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
So what's the next question?
Okay, the next question is, so far, to what extent and ways have the Westerners been incorporated to have control in ascendancy? That's how you say it. Of the
I don't know what that word means.
All right, so let's look it up.
Which word?
Ascendancy.
Oh,
second.
well, while
I don't think that's the pronunciation.
she's looking that up, the Westerners took control over the people, because I don't know what chapter it's in, but I know that the Europeans, they hang a man because he killed another man.
Yes.
But that is not, I don't know exactly what Igbo culture says about that, but
Can we get Evan in the picture since he's speaking?
I do
Sorry
know
about
that the white people kind of instilled their system of law and order on the native people when they already had a working one,
That fits into my illustration very well. So let me go ahead and talk to y'all about my illustration. For my illustration, I used chapter 23. And this is it right here.
That's a very good illustration, Neo.
Can you describe this illustration?
In a second, please. All right. I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the lighting. Let me try to zoom it up for you, Miss Wynn, so you can see it better. But basically, this is when the 6 men from Okonkwo's culture, they were arrested. And they were leaders in the thing. So I had them here behind bars. That's why you kind of see like lines and things, because it represents like behind bars where you can't see anything right. So this is my description. The native people thought the white men were coming to be peaceful and have talk, so they were really trying to conquer. So they took the best 6 leaders and locked them up and blackmailed them, saying that the only way they would let them out is for $200 and 50 cowries, and if they didn't, they would be taken to Urmuru to be hanged. So the way that, I just think that maybe since the natives were like so nice and kind, they were just like being a little bit too nice, and they allowed other people to take advantage of their kindness. And I also believe that this illustration, I believe that it's a good one, because number one, it signifies it signifies it correctly. And I feel like $200 and 50 calories, I think they knew that the people barely had that money, so they're gonna be like, oh, we're just gonna kill them. Like, they tried to use that as an excuse of why they were killing them, because the thing is, they really were trying to kill them. They didn't even want to give them any leeway. Oh, if you give me $200 and 50 calories, they wanted them dead, because they knew that those were the best leaders. So they didn't want to, like, the Okonkwo's culture, he didn't want any of those natives to be stronger than them. So they knew that taking some of their best men, like their top 10%, would cut them off completely. So I believe that they just tried to use the $200 and the 50 calories to just try to say that's what they're gonna do, because they knew that the people couldn't come up with this kind of stuff. So yeah, that's all for the illustration. I hope you enjoyed it, and let me show you one more time. This is from chapter 23, and let me show you my illustration one more time.
Very good illustration.
He gave us some very, very good information. From that, actually just made a new connection that I had made before. With what the white men did as leaders, it reminds me a lot of what Cortez and Diaz and Lamadrina or Lamalinche.
Lamalinche. Definitely Malinche.
What they did to the leaders of the South American civilizations, if we can recall that.
Yes, I do recall
Yes,
that.
I can recall it for you. Basically, what happened was, in this book, the white men, as they're quoted as a lot, they took advantage of Okonkwo, because Okonkwo wasn't there, so all of Okonkwo's family members and all that stuff. In that book, in what we're talking about, what we learned in AP, Cortez took advantage of Lamalinche and her people, because they knew, oh, we're going to take the top 10% of your people and we're going to use it. So Lamalinche was one of the top 10%. So that would mean Lamalinche would have been one of these people that was taken, because they knew that they were a very high person. So they took Lamalinche because Lamalinche was the cream of the crop in their thing, and these people that are jailed were also the cream of the crop. So they both were taking the cream of the crop and using it to their advantage. And using it to their advantage in AP is letting them be translators, but using it to their advantage in this book is that they'll be dead, because they didn't want the indigenous people getting ahead of them at all. So that's a connection. Even though I'm not the connector, that's the connection.
I could not have said it better myself, Mia. Thank you very much for that.
Yes. Thank you for that wonderful explanation.
So another connection that I made, it was more of like an analysis connection based upon the Marxist social class theory. So the missionaries felt like they were a higher class of human. They were more civilized than the natives, and this is shown by, I guess, they just come over and they wreck everything, you know.
No.